Hello everybody, welcome to the first post of my new webpage. Here my intention is to provide practical and useful information to help you overcome problems that you may have in your computers. Also, this will be a channel to talk about the new technology appearing both in computers and software and also on gaming. So our intention again is to provide helpful, simple information to give you the tools to solve common computer problems and issues and to keep you updated on the latest developments and how you can get the greatest benefits out of it. Okay, so today I want to start talking about computer cookies. Okay, computer cookies. So these are not cookies that we can eat like the regular cookies, obviously, but we are talking about little bits of information that are stored in the computer in text format every time you visit a website. Okay, so those that create websites put these little bits of information to enable some functionalities in the websites you visit, and sometimes to help you load the pages you want to visit faster, because these cookies stored the session stored or track the path of your visits to different sites or related sites. Okay, let's see. In Europe, it is everybody knows or is related about cookies. Even in Europe, for example, there is a law that requests to publishers, to people creating websites, to tell the user about the use of cookies in their websites, and you have to accept in order to continue visiting the website. This is to protect the safety of the people. That is the intention of the law. Okay, they ask you for your approval to visit the page. And these little bits of information, the question is, are they harmful? Can they cause problems in your computer? Well, actually, because there are just little bits of information, they cannot harm the computer by themselves. Okay, they cannot hold, they cannot contain viruses, they cannot insert information into the computer. They can access hard drives, they can get information from your computer like your email, for example, or other information by themselves. So in their natural state as they are not harmful, but they could be harmful, or actually the manipulation that some people do of cookies could be harmful, and we will see how that is so. So the answer to the question, can computer cookies be harmful for the computers, is no by themselves, but they can be used to wreak havoc or cause problems in the computers. Okay, first of all, let's see what kind of cookies we have. There are two basic kinds of cookies. Those that are first party, that are part of the website you visit, and that are for short time in the well, not short time. I tell you later. So first party cookies, those are that are in the computer every time you visit a web page through your browser, and third party or tracking cookies, which are generated by JavaScript and that are included in the website, usually from third party advertising sites. Okay, and in this classification of cookies, we also have session cookies, which are temporary and remain in memory until you close the browser, and persistent cookies, these are stored in the computer and remain more time, and they are called back every time someone visits a site again, or another resource supplied by the original supplier of the cookie. Okay, these last because they remain at the computer are the ones that pose the greater risk because they have the possibility to track the activity of the user when visiting different websites, okay, at different times. Okay, and of the different attacks that can be performed using cookies, we have cookie fraud, cookie poisoning, session fixation, cross-site scripting, cross-site request forgery attack, cookie tossing attack. Um, and what they all have in common is that they change the identity or modify the identity of a valid user and or use the identity they gather in order to do bad things. Okay, the problems that may be caused by the manipulation of cookies are identity theft, the obtaining of unauthorized information, data modification, and the stealing of sessions. Okay, so again, we can see that cookies are not bad per se, but they can be manipulated to do bad things. And for that reason, if we are conscious users, we have to be aware of the damage that can be done through to our systems or to our information and take precautionary measures to avoid this damage to happen. What can you do? First of all, uh, don't you cannot you have to be aware that no matter what, your antivirus can do nothing against cookies. Okay, because these are not executable programs, and for that they cannot be detected by antivirus software. Okay, and basically there are two things. What is it that you can do? There are two things that you can do against malicious cookies. First of all, you have to keep your browsers updated. Okay, because from time to time they detect security holes that can be used by hackers or people with bad intentions, and those updates come with the corrections to these detected problems. Okay, that is the first thing that you can do. And second, avoid visiting sites that of questionable nature, especially when you receive a warning from the browser that the site could be an attacking site. So don't visit, don't go into it. Okay, also what you can do is review the privacy and security settings of your browser. Okay, and in this case you have to configure each browser separately because the things are different, the displays are different, and the options are different, are similar but they are different, unique for each browser. Okay, also what you can do is use the incognito mode. Okay, because in the incognito mode the cookies are not stored in the computer. These are simply used while you are in the web page, visiting the web page. But once you close the incognito browser, no cookies are stored. And but be aware that also that the passwords won't be stored either. Okay, so all information related to the session is lost, but that increases the level of safety of security that you have in your system. Okay, good. Now, each, as I mentioned, let me move this screen here to show you my screen. Each browser has different ways of accessing and getting the information. Okay, here, for example, we have the web page in which Google Chrome um puts the information necessary to manage cookies, how to clear the cookies, how to delete the specific cookies, and how to change the cookie settings. Okay. Also, Firefox has a support page, and here is the address, in which they do the same. They inform users as to what configuring can be done. Let me move here to this. Give me a moment to this site so you can see it. Okay, here they inform everything that you can do with cookies. Okay, in Firefox. So you can use this information to configure this. And also, Microsoft publishes the information for Let me put this here. Just a moment, please. Okay, so you can see. Okay, here we have the information for Internet Explorer published by Microsoft. Okay, it describes what cookies are. It describes the steps to delete cookies in the different versions. Internet Explorer 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, no 9, 10, and 11. Okay, and it gives you the different options. And here we have also the information for Microsoft Edge, the newer browser of Microsoft. Okay, it explains what cookies are, what you can do, and the things that you have to fix. Okay, so I will put this information down here in below this video, so you can access and check what changes you need to do to configure and increase the safety level of your computer, of your browsers. Okay, so by doing this, you can avoid losing information. Okay, here, for example, we have some cookies that are stored in Google Chrome, so we can see the cookies, we can select which ones to delete, or we can delete them all simply. Okay, some recommendations for Google Chrome. For Google Chrome, you could choose the option keep local data only until you quit your browser, because this will delete all cookies once you exit the browser. Also, you can choose block sites from setting any data to disable all cookies. Suggestion number 3, you can select block third-party cookies and site data if you don't want to permit third-party cookies. Some recommendations for Firefox. Okay, you can disable accepting cookies altogether. Okay, if you want to disable accepting cookies altogether, deselect the default option, because the default option is to accept cookies. So you disable that, and you won't get any cookies. As regard third-party cookies, you will find the options to accept these cookies only from sites that were visited before, or block the cookies completely. Okay, that is about third-party cookies. Now, if you want to set a special policy for specific websites, you have to select the exceptions button and enter to configure the options for the different websites that you want to visit. Okay, and finally, if you also have the option to keep cookies until expiration date, or erase them when the browser is closed in the keep until menu. Okay, look for the keep until menu, and then you can set up to where you can keep the cookies. For Edge, the options that you will find is quite simple. Is don't block cookies, block all cookies, or block only third-party cookies. So you can choose the one that best matches the safety requirements that you want to achieve. And for Internet Explorers, the same thing, more or less. Is simple, easy, and you can follow more or less the same options that I already mentioned for the other browsers. Okay, so to close this, remember, cookies are not bad per se. Cookies are necessary. If you disable cookies completely, browsing will be difficult, okay, or sometimes impossible. Now, for certain websites, you have to, but you have to be aware that cookies can be used to do some attacks to your information on your computer. So even though they are not bad by themselves, they can be manipulated to do bad things. And what you need to do is keep your browsers updated and configure the safety levels, the safety configuration of each browser. So I am leaving you all the information below, so you can check for browsers. If you have other browsers like Brave, or I don't know, whatever, enter into the site and select the options that will help you protect the information, that valuable information that you have in your computer. Okay, thank you very much for your attention, and good luck to everybody. I'm Javier Cepeda. Don't forget to visit my blog. I'm starting with this blog. Subscribe to it, and you will receive regularly information that will be helpful for you. Okay, thanks. Good luck, everybody.